debt to get rich that you probably didn't know by unlocking wealth with 10 strategic secrets to leveraging debt for financial success. So grab your favorite drink and let's get started. Secret 1 to using debt to your advantage. Invest in yourself. The more you learn, the more you earn. Take courses, read books, and attend seminars to improve your skills and knowledge. This is to spend money on yourself. Buy that great looking suit. Buy that beautiful pair of heels. Buy beautiful jewelry that's within your budget, of course, to invest in yourself. But this is debt that will help you to move forward. Secret number 2, use debt to buy assets. Debt can be a powerful tool to build wealth if used correct. Consider using debt to buy assets that appreciate in value, such as real estate or stocks. So if you want to use debt, buy a property that's in a good rental area or buy a property in a commercial area. There are a lot of people who transfer for work or jobs, and they don't want to invest in a home, but they like to rent to see how things go with the job. You'd provide a great asset to the community as well as the area and the local employers by using debt to buy a rental property for the community. Secret number 3, use leverage. Leverage is the use of borrowed money to increase the potential return of an investment. Use leverage wisely to maximize your returns. So this would be an example of purchasing a rental property. You let the bank value that property and how much income would be returned, and usually commercial property is valued higher than residential property if you're not trying to buy it yourself, but as a business on the side. And this would be an example of leveraging that debt and then paying that debt back when you turn the property. This can also be used for any small business that you have. And this also could be used for business that you want to buy. There are a lot of investors who are willing to lend money if you're willing to put in the sweat equity, and perhaps you want to buy an existing business that's currently prospering or is currently in debt, but you see that you have an angle that could turn that failing business into a successful one, and you share that with a lender or a private investor, and you leverage your knowledge and your sweat equity to borrow money to increase the potential return of that investment. Secret number 4, use debt to start a business. Starting a business can be expensive, but debt can help you get started. Consider taking out a loan to fund your business. Now, when taking out debt to start a business, it's typical for a person to think to borrow less money. But actually, when you use debt to start a business, you want to borrow more than you think you'll need. One of the biggest failures of a new business is being underfunded. So you want to make sure that you as you're learning that business and you're starting it in a new area with new problems and new unexpected twists and turns, you want to make sure that you're financially secure for any unexpected expenses. So you would use that debt. You want to make sure you're overfunded. It's always better to be overfunded than underfunded. And you want to make sure you try to consider every possibility. And even if some of those possibilities change, that you can change your use of those funds to accommodate that change in the business. So many businesses take 3 to 5 years to see a return. So you want to make sure that your lender is flexible and does not require, does not try to seize the capital or the business before you're able to generate enough income to pay that debt back. So be very careful, but when using debt to start a business, you must anticipate twists and turns, unexpected expenses, and you must ask for initial flexible payment terms. Now, once the business is established, it's easier to have stricter payment terms or stricter turnover terms if the business does not fail, that the bank can step in and take over the business. But in the beginning, and especially if it's a new industry or business that you're starting, you want those terms to be as flexible as legal possible. Secret number 5, use debt to invest in yourself. Consider taking out a loan to go back to school or start a new career. The investment in yourself can pay off in the long run. Now, you want to do this wisely, but in this case, the investment, sometimes if you are in an industry and you know that getting that degree will allow your company to advance you in that same profession. This happens a lot of times in law firms with paralegals. A paralegal will go into a law firm, they'll find him extremely helpful and useful, and they will oftentimes encourage them to go to law school, offering them a potential position with a firm once they graduate or successfully complete law school. This would be an example of using debt to invest in yourself, because you would be taking that advanced degree and you would know that that investment is going to pay off in the long run. Secret number 6, use debt to buy a home. A home is often the biggest investment most people make in their lifetime. Consider using debt to buy a home that you can afford. Secret number 7, use debt to buy rental properties. Rental properties can be a great source of passive income. Consider using debt to buy rental properties that generate cash flow. Secret number 8, use debt to invest in stocks. Stocks can be a great way to build wealth over time. Consider using debt to invest in stocks that have a history of strong returns. Secret number 9, use debt to invest in real estate. Real estate can be a great way to build wealth over time. Consider using debt to invest in real estate that generates cash flow. Now, this type of debt could be used if you buy, let's say, a huge building in downtown that perhaps the area is very transient and it's not an area people would want to reside in permanently, but it's accessible to a lot of businesses. This would be a great place to invest and to modify the property to make it more for multiple rentals. You often see this in older historical neighborhoods, and you can turn it into multiple rentals that many people can use instead of just one house that a family would use. Secret number 10, use debt to invest in yourself. Consider taking out a loan to start a side hustle or invest in a new business venture. The investment in yourself can pay off in the long run. An example of this investment in yourself would be if you're a chef and perhaps you have a great job, you're making good money, but you want a side hustle. You'd use debt to open a food truck on weekends. So there you have it. 10 secrets to use debt to get rich. Remember, debt can be a powerful tool to build wealth if used correctly. Don't be afraid to use it to your advantage. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this. See you in the next one.